Okay, it's recording.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
All right. It was sultry voice.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast that has the gear to do an episode on a pay-per-view-ly basis. That's right. We do an episode at this point kind of whenever we feel like it, since we didn't do one for Hell in a Cell. But, whatever.
Cell pay-per-view?
Yeah. So I am, as always, your host with the most, Mr. Chris Nolan. But today, I don't have Timmy C with me. No. I have a very special guest. He is the yin to my yang. He's my tag team partner in the Big Boy season. He is the thirstiest man on Twitter. He will fight you if provoked. He is Jose Morales. I have Beetlejuiced you into existence here on the podcast. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. This is my third dimension, so, now I appeared.
Yeah, it's only appropriate. So today is not a special episode, not just because I have Jose here instead of Timmy, but we're also just to preface, this episode is all about Full Gear. Now, granted, if you are listening to this, you will notice that it got released after Full Gear, and that's because we are currently driving to Full Gear. It is kind of in our neighborhood. We're both in Northern Virginia. The pay-per-view itself is in Baltimore. So we have an hour and a half long drive to get up there, and I thought, hey, why not pass the time by doing a special episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling? Jose, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty good, actually. I'm enjoying this nice scenic ride up to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing well. I've just come off the back of a lot of driving for work. I just got back from the home state of Seth Rollins, Iowa. That is quite the drive.
Oh man, Iowa.
Yeah, right. But let's start off for listeners who only know you as the man that I go to when I have questions to ask about which wrestlers are dating which other wrestlers. What got you into wrestling? How long have you been watching wrestling? What other than being thirsty on Twitter do you do?
I mean, I'm mainly thirsty on Twitter, and somehow it's working. I don't know how. But basically what got me into wrestling, I got into wrestling back in 2004, right around WrestleMania 20. My good friend at the time, Will. Shout out to Will. I know you're not watching, but shout out, Will.
Rude. You should be listening.
I'll see if I can link it to you, Will. But he kept telling me about professional wrestling, and I had watched wrestling here and there. I used to play NWO, WCW Revenge all the time on the N64 with my neighbors, and we would also pretend to play wrestlers. And I was always the fat kid. I am the fat kid. And I would always be the Big Show, or the Giant, as they called him back in the day. And my other friends would be like Goldberg or like Hulk Hogan and things like that. But I never really watched it except for the occasional WCW Thunder. It wasn't until 2004 my friend Will was like, hey, you should watch WWE SmackDown. I was like, really? I don't know. But then one day I tuned in. I turned on UPN. Was it UPN? Yeah, UPN. Back when it was on that. And SmackDown wasn't on. They were playing baseball. Don't ask me what team. So all right, whatever.
Much like this recent World Series when they just started on Fox, and one of the SmackDowns had to be put on FS1 so that they could show the World Series game.
It all went full circle, actually. So I watched my first episode of SmackDown. I don't remember which one it was. I don't really remember the card or anything. But I do remember seeing Eddie Guerrero as WWE champion. And I was like, yo, that's a Latino. Spoiler alert, I'm Latino. And
with a name like Jose.
Hey, you never know.
That's true.
I've been told I'm German sometimes, so. But yeah, so I saw Eddie, and I instantly fell in love with wrestling. I loved Eddie's antics. I was 2004. I was 13, and yeah. I remember being scared shitless by Kane when I watched Raw, because I was like, holy shit, this dude's terrifying. And yeah, so ever since then I've been like following wrestling, watching it on and off. For a good couple years when I was in high school, like I would watch it every Monday and Friday all the time. And that's when I got hooked. Wasn't until I started wrestling in high school because I thought, hey, that'd be pretty cool. Not the same thing.
No, not at all.
Not at all. But I love it. I loved wrestling, both high school and watching it. And so it's kind of just been a pretty cool journey since then, because I never thought I'd be like that into wrestling, and then here I am going to Baltimore.
Right. For people that have been listening to the show since the beginning, you'll remember that I have similar story. Well, I haven't been watching as long as you, but yeah, kind of the same thing. I never thought that I would be into wrestling. I had no friends that were watching wrestling, so I didn't have any exposure to it. And then yeah, now I'm, recently, oddly enough, with the boom of all the wrestling, I've been kind of getting some wrestling fatigue, and I've been kind of wrestling itself has been taking a back burner, but I still love my indie shows.
Yeah, I've had so much wrestling fatigue from all the major companies.
Right.
But the only time I really make time for wrestling is for my indie shows.
Yeah. We should mention that's how you and I met.
Yes, we did meet in the now defunct Nova Pro, RIP. Shout out Mike, if you're listening.
I'm sure he's not.
He's not, but I'll make
Why?
him listen.
He doesn't care about
me. No,
so,
Mike likes me. He'll listen if I'm on.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we met at Nova Pro. I think it was Pumpkin Spice Lariats, November of 2017.
That was definitely like right around the time that we I would say we became friends. I don't know if that was the first time. I feel like we had
I think I've seen you around.
Yeah.
But I think that was when we first interacted.
That was around the first time that you and I were both in the gated community.
Yes.
And I think that's really how we really talked.
Yeah, because we got into it with the gated community because we're better than everyone.
Facts.
It is facts. So that was, and ever since then it's like we went to every Nova Pro show together, suited to the nines, cheering on for Logan and Bobby, Alex, and should I even mention the other one? Probably not. Nah. In respect for Marco Stunt, we'll mention him.
Yeah, every once in a while, a special guest, what was her name? Deanna.
Oh,
Perazzo.
Yeah, Deanna Perazzo. I got to pick her up from the airport one time.
Nice.
She was pretty cool.
Leva Bates.
Technically
after the gated community got defunct, but she was the cosplay of the 1%.
She was the cosplay of the 1%. Yeah, Deanna was great. Who else would we bring in?
I think that was.
I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it as far as who was a gated community guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty awesome, and we still go to same shows here in the area. Shout out to Primetime Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, anyone that's been listening knows that I am constantly talking about how great Primetime Pro Wrestling is.
Primetime Pro Wrestling.
Next show, November 16th. It's all sold out, so what's
Catch
the point
it on
of plugging?
Powerbomb TV.
Yeah,
when
there you go.
can.
Smart. Powerbomb TV.
I have to say, Primetime Pro Wrestling is doing something extremely special in the DC area, especially in DC, because there's never really been wrestling in DC, and
beyond just a traveling show like the WWE coming in.
Yeah, some random WWE show, but a consistent show for DC wrestling fans to go to is
and good quality.
Oh, that's the best part. It's phenomenal quality, great booking. Shout out to Coach Gator and
Mr.
Lolo.
Gator.
Mr. Gator. I'm sorry, Coach Gator and I got beef.
Mr. Gator, he's cool.
Mr. Gator's cool.
Which Earth is Mr. Gator?
I think he's Earth 2.
Yeah. And Lolo's great.
Lolo's amazing.
They're doing a great job.
And I have to say, Primetime Pro Wrestling probably has the best product in the area right now. Second would be Crab Wrestling. I love Crab Wrestling.
Love the boys at Crab.
Those are brothers. They're brothers to me. Everyone over there, they are trying to pick up where Nova Pro left off, and they're doing phenomenal. The brewery shows kill it every time. Flying V. Flying V's a.
I'm enjoying. I've only seen one Flying V show because it's a little bit more of a hike for me. But, and they do it less frequently, right?
Yes, they do it less frequently. It's like they do it quarterly.
Yeah,
but like they're hitting gems.
Yeah,
and I
love the theater that they're because it's a theater.
It's a theater. They're a theater troupe. They're a nonprofit theater troupe, Flying V, and so they host wrestling events every now and then, and they're just always so good and.
The production quality
is
amazing. I loved when Lady Frost came in and they had snow sprinkling from the ceiling.
Was awesome.
That was
a fine touch.
That was the cherry on top. That I was just like, yes, I'm going to be coming to Flying V. So.
Yes, and also like the best part about like going to indie wrestling shows is becoming friends with a lot of the wrestlers.
Yeah, so many of the regular wrestlers at all three of those shows. Like I feel like we've bonded. I don't know how much I want to just be like, yeah, we're friends because they talk to me, but like.
No, I'll go as far to say we're friends.
You would. No, like a good chunk of them we're on that friendship level, and I love it. Yeah. And even if it's not quite there, like they're still all approachable and super cool. They don't have that air of I'm a wrestler, you're a fan. It's like, oh, you came out to see me perform. Awesome. I'm just as excited to see you as you are to see me.
Yeah, they're so humbled and like they thank you for coming out to see them because they're doing what they love, and that's like.
I'm glad that I was finally able to turn this show into a indie wrestling show because Tim.
Oh, that's right. This is a Full Gear show. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, right. Tim doesn't get to go out to a lot of indie shows because he's in a band, and a lot of their shows are the same nights as indie. Right? Who's in a band?
Then again, I shouldn't talk. I love music. Music's like my biggest passion.
Oh, and you should check out Radio Envy. That's the band that he's in. It's him and our buddy Brian Johnson. They play like bars in the Northern Virginia area.
Ooh,
Radio Envy, the letters NV, not the word envy.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, they're good stuff. They kind of have it's two dudes with acoustic guitars, kind of like a coffee house vibe.
That's exactly what I like.
Yeah, and it's about a 50-50 split between covers and original songs, and the original songs are fucking good too.
Ooh, yeah. So yeah, check out Radio Envy, everybody. Envy with an NV, not the whole word.
Radio Envy. Envy with an envy instead of an envy. Anyway, so yeah. Shall we talk about Full Gear?
Yeah, I guess
we want to talk about indie wrestling some more.
I guess we could talk about Full Gear and then go back to indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Because at some point it'll come up.
Oh, I'm
sure. Because some of the people
so,
that we've seen at indie shows, such as Shaza McKenzie, will be at Full Gear. Who else is going to be there that we know? Leva Bates, obviously.
Yeah, the librarian.
Yeah.
So my favorite librarian.
His favorite librarian. Yeah. Well, that's a toss-up, isn't it?
Although the other librarian is going to be at the show too.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
We'll avoid her if you want.
I don't. No, we're fine. We saw each other at the last primetime show.
That's right, you did. I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's fine.
Awesome. No, yeah, she was pretty cool.
That is a short basketball hoop. I could dunk on that one.
Shit, I could probably dunk on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the show is also going to be us pointing out things that we see as we drive past.
Right. We might play the dog game out of nowhere.
There's a dog.
Dog.
Although it's mostly going to be us on 95, so I don't know how many dogs we'll see.
True.
It's so weird that it took me all the way out here to the dullest toll road. Because we could have gotten on 66.
Yeah.
I wonder... Oh, whatever. It's my GPS.
We're listening to the GPS, guys.
Yeah, it's because we know that you are concerned about which route we are taking. We were coming from Fairfax. In theory, we could have taken 66, but it's taken us to the toll road. Presumably because it's 66 and therefore there was a shit ton of traffic on it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
It's Northern Virginia. Welcome to Northern Virginia, guys.
Right?
So yeah, let's get talking to Full Gear.
Yeah.
I actually watched part of
I feel bad.
AEW Dynamite last week.
I haven't watched an episode in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Neither have I. That was my first episode I watched since the first one.
I hear a lot of the promos have been amazing.
Yeah, I was about to talk about.
I've seen a couple of them posted on Twitter, like the Cody and Jericho
one was phenomenal. Holy shit, that was amazing. Can I curse on this?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay, cool.
Please. Oh, good. You know what? We ticked off that check mark on the podcast of can I swear?
Well, it's my first time on a podcast, so...
Do you listen to the show?
Only when I'm mentioned, then I log off.
Right. All the fucks and shits you want.
Perfect. But yeah, the Cody one was phenomenal, and like, God, like, that Cody was fired up, and he's ready for tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have the trusted Wikipedia up.
There you go.
And we will go through the card. We're not going to go through the card and how they'll probably go tonight.
Yeah,
but we're going to go how it's posted.
Yeah, who knows what order they'll go in.
Yeah, but we'll go with how it's posted on Wikipedia. So, first match, and we're going to start off with a doozy, is Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
Oh, the unsanctioned match.
The unsanctioned match, which was scheduled, was supposed to be on AEW All Out.
Yes.
But because Moxley got diagnosed with staph, he had to be like...
It wasn't staph, it was something similar to staph. He had like an infection from the surgery or whatever.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
not that matters.
Right.
We're not a medical podcast.
We are not a medical podcast. But yeah, so, and I went to All Out in Chicago with,
nice.
Surprisingly, any of you guys pop punk fans, I hung out with William Beckett from the Academy is there.
Oh.
He's awesome. Shout out William. He's a giant wrestling mark.
What a dork.
But yeah, so Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega, non-sanctioned, lights out match. So I'm assuming they're probably gonna turn off the lights, or they're just gonna film this before everyone gets in.
I'm thinking what they did with I want to say the last pay-per-view or the pay-per-view before, they had an unsanctioned match, and it just went on at the end of the show.
Okay.
And like they came out and they were like, okay, that's it, the pay-per-view's over. We're gonna keep the cameras running for this next match, but it is not part of the show. Blah 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 blah. So I'm thinking what they mean by lights out is probably just gonna be like all the stage lights are gonna be cut off, and it's just gonna be like the house lights are gonna be on.
Gotcha.
You know, because otherwise it would be kind of silly to do a wrestling match with no lights on.
It'd be a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen. There have been like indie promotions, you know, and smaller venues that have done like audience provides the light kind of matches. Like everyone has like a flashlight that they shine into the ring.
Interesting. I've never seen that.
It's a cool visual, although I would be terrified of the audience members being douchebags and just shining the lights into the wrestler's eyes.
And you know, wrestling fans aren't douchebags.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, who do you got winning this?
I am super looking forward to that match because my boy when he was in WWE, Dean Ambrose was my favorite wrestler, and Jon Moxley bears a striking resemblance to him.
Right? They look so alike.
Yeah, but Moxley is even cooler, even more intense. So as much as I enjoy Kenny Omega, I want to see Moxley tear him apart. I even got my Moxley shirt. You can't see it because I'm wearing a coat, but I've got my Moxley, the spray paint, unscripted shirt on because I am that hyped for him.
God, you're such a fucking mark.
I am.
No, I'm gonna disagree.
This is me like taking a break from wrestling.
I'm gonna disagree, and I'm going with Kenny Omega. Kind of like how you love Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega I credit for rejuvenating my love for pro wrestling.
Fair.
I remember when I heard about Kenny versus Okada 1, and I looked it up and I was like, holy shit, this is everything I want in pro wrestling. And so it rejuvenated my love for it, and started like following New Japan and Kenny's career. So I'm a giant mark for Kenny, and I'm support him.
Yeah, fair. Do not get me wrong, Kenny is great.
He's phenomenal. He's one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah. If he could stop losing at AEW,
that would
be
be nice. Yeah, I would appreciate if he stopped losing. Hey, Kenny, if you're listening, please stop losing. Do you need the corner man? Because I got you.
Yeah. I'll fight Moxley.
No, I will fight Moxley. I'm not afraid to fight Moxley. Like
for anyone that doesn't follow Jose on Twitter, he will fight anyone. You should, but safe search on.
No, I mean, I called out Frank fucking Mir during WrestleMania weekend, so why wouldn't I call out Moxley?
Right?
For those of you who don't know,
I don't.
Frank Mir announced that he was going to be at the other GCW and their show Bloodsport. I campaigned to go up against him because I'm a fan of Frank Mir, but like I'd like to fight him.
Yeah.
Also, I said it's not suicide if it's not suicide, and if I die, I die.
There you go. If you bleed, we can kill you.
Yeah. So there we go. So I think Kenny Omega wins this. I know there's a lot of hype with John right now that I think Kenny needs this win.
Yeah.
Especially since his record right now is like overall 5-4 since they announced the official ratings or rankings.
Yeah, it's something like that. Although this one doesn't count towards rankings because it's unsanctioned.
That's true. So yeah, I'm going with Kenny.
Okay.
Next on the list is the championship match for the AEW World Championship, Chris Jericho versus Cody.
Mm-hmm. With the stipulation that if Cody loses, he can never challenge for the championship ever again.
I kind of want to throw in a bet and see, will Jericho lose the belt again?
Right.
Like he did last time after he beat Hangman.
Literally lose it.
Yeah,
not lose it in competition. But
I mean, that's how we got the great meme of a little bit of the bubbly, but...
Yeah. So my WWE mind tells me that with that stipulation, that guarantees that Cody wins.
Right. That's how I think it too, because you're not just gonna say that and then lose.
Right. But with AEW being, the ballsy motherfuckers they are, I could totally like that. That throws in the doubt of, oh wait, do they have some sort of plan? Where they're, like, does this guarantee that Cody doesn't, like, write himself as champion, forever kind of thing?
Right.
Like, I like that. And also, like, I mean, I was one of the people that was like, really? Cody's already challenging for the championship? Like, we all knew that he was going to do it. We all knew that eventually he was going to, fight, to be the champion. But I was like, already, like, they're not even like 2 months into their TV show,
right?
And he's already gonna be the champion. So I like this idea that, like, that's the storyline, that, like, he can fight all he wants, but because he lost to Jericho on Full Gear, he can, never challenge again. And then, like, a couple of the other podcasts that I listen to that talk about wrestling, talk about how, like, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if, like, they factored in, like, because apparently on the weekly show they've been teasing that MJF maybe not, as loyal to Cody as
that's been being teased for a while now.
Yeah, but like have MJF come in and cost Cody the match, and then later on MJF like in a year or so, like, MJF gets the title somehow, and then Cody's like, fuck it, I know I said that I was never going to challenge again, but fuck you don't deserve it, I'm going to fight you. And then that's how he gets the championship belt. And I'm like, that people saying that, I'm like, that sounds like a much better, like a much more interesting way to write the story than Cody just gets it.
The way, see, here's how I see it, and don't take my word for it. I'm not.
I won't.
Yeah, please don't. The way I see it,
I'm not a professional.
In a similar fashion, MJF costs Cody the championship, but not intentionally.
Right.
It's one of those unintentional distractions that gets Cody.
He comes in, but to help Cody, but because of something he does, it allows Jericho to do something.
And so from there, I can see MJF trying to make it up to Cody by saying, you know what, you can't win it, I'm going to win it for you, which would be an interesting storyline if it happened.
I've put my mic down because I have a big turn coming up.
That is true. He's got a big turn coming up. So that's how I see it. I think with Cody being an instrumental part of promoting AEW, he's in the title picture, but I don't see him winning the title. I see him having phenomenal matches in AEW and going for that, at least for now, until later on when the smoke's cleared and he can be like, okay, cool, I can be world champion now.
All right. And now we are on the parking lot of 495.
Oh, my favorite parking lot.
Yeah, no, I could see it. I could see it going that way as well. Again, though, that's I still feel even either way with the MJF stuff. That's still like our WWE minds.
That is our
thinking
WWE
about,
minds
because those are
talking,
screwy finishes.
Yeah.
Why not have a clean finish where Jericho
Or,
just wins?
You know what I just thought about?
Yeah.
There might be a Dusty finish.
Oh.
For those that don't know, Cody is the son of Dusty Rhodes, the originator of the Dusty finish, where you're going to have 2 refs count the pinfall or a submission and 1 pinfall. And Cody gets in the shot later on.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of variables, but again, this is our WWE mind.
Yeah.
I say Jericho retains somehow.
As do I.
I would like to see Cody win just because I'm a big Cody fan. Fuck what the haters say. I really like Cody.
Fair. I agree that I think Jericho comes out on top on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, since you never listen, I should stipulate that typically when we do our marking, when we do our predictions on this show, it is of our markiest of marks hearts say, not like. Typically, it's not like, oh, well, this is probably going to happen because, wrestling.
Fair.
Like, it's more like, this is what I want because, like, how you were saying with, like, with Kenny Omega. You're I love Kenny Omega, therefore I want him to win.
Right.
So just like, allow yourself to be
a mark.
Yeah, to be a mark and to
I try
to
not
be
to. I like to be analytical.
Oh no, I love turning off my smart brain and just be like, nah, they worked me. That was a good promo. Therefore, I want him to win.
Right. Yeah. I think that's just because I just love MMA so much. I just
Fair.
like to be analytical and pick the fighter that has the better credentials.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
yeah.
I mean, still, like that still works in this sense. Like, I'm literally just saying, don't do it because this is how business works.
Fair,
Fair.
I get it.
And AEW, the way that they're doing it, a more analytical brain, in theory, would probably be a correct predictor of how they're going to do it, because they are treating it like it's more of a real sport.
That is true. So yeah, we're both in agreement. Jericho retains.
Yep.
All right. Next on my list here is the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, versus not LAX, Santana and Ortiz.
I really like Santana and Ortiz. I didn't really get much exposure to them as LAX or as part of LAX.
Yeah.
Because that was like right around the time that I stopped watching Impact when LAX invaded.
I stopped watching Impact in like 2010 when the Aces and Eights was a thing.
That's fair. I didn't start watching Impact until Broken Matt Hardy. So it was like not even a year that I started and then stopped. Between Broken Matt Hardy and LAX coming in.
I watched TNA from 2005 till 2010.
Right.
The golden years, in my opinion. But yeah, I really like LAX. I saw their match last year with OG LAX.
Mm-hmm.
With they took off the whole ring and only left the wooden section.
Oh really?
Yeah, and so it was
wild.
intense. I really like the Young Bucks too, though.
Yeah, I love Young Bucks for their their silliness, and their character. Yeah, just like that is the fun wrestling that I love.
Yeah.
And then Santana and Ortiz, they're like the badass wrestling that I like. I honestly, the first time I really, really saw them wrestle was I want to say it was the first episode of Dynamite when I was there live.
Right.
And they came in as part of the Inner Circle, as part of the debut of that or whatever. And I was like, oh damn! And then they had their tag match, and I was like, oh shit! And also my friend Mino that I brought with me, he's also Puerto Rican, and so instantly, as soon as they started waving their Puerto Rican flag, he was like, fuck yeah! And so I was getting into it.
It's funny because I loved OG LAX because they were Mexican,
right?
And Mexico, my family's Guatemalan, so it's right next to Mexico. So
yeah.
I obviously loved them because we got that connection.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do like Santana and Ortiz, and The main thing that I love about LAX is they rep their Latin American heritage.
Yes.
And as I said with Eddie earlier, as a Latin American, it's great to see that representation. So for this one, I'm going with Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah. So am I.
Yeah. As much as I would like to see the Young Bucks win, I don't see the whole... What are they calling themselves? I know that Jericho's group is the Inner Circle.
Yeah. I think, you mean just Santana and Ortiz? I think they're just calling themselves Santana and Ortiz.
So they're not LAX.
No, I want to say there's like some a legal thing behind them not being able to say LAX, but like every time I'm
seen... I'm sure they have the money to fight Impact. Like, they don't have much money.
Right? But do they have... But do they have the money to fight Conan?
Fair enough. I'm not fighting Conan.
Oh, whoa. We found a man that Jose will not fight.
It's that gangster shit.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I'm leaning to Santana and Ortiz. It's gonna be a great match no matter what, because the Young Bucks bring out the best in everybody.
That's true. And what I like about this is that it's not a gimmicky tag match. It's just a regular tag match.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to see the Young Bucks attempt to die.
I mean, they might still try.
I mean, they'll try. They're gonna try.
But it's not like going to be like a ladder match where they're shove a ladder up my ass.
Yeah, no, like that ladder match that they had.
Oh my God,
with the Lucha Bros,
where they did die.
Yeah, they died.
I'm pretty sure.
I watched the murder live.
I'm pretty sure Matt Jackson died at least 3 times in that match, by itself.
Yeah, literally, God was kicking him out of heaven each time.
No, these people need to be entertained.
I need to be entertained. Next on my list, we have Adam Page versus Pac.
Yeah, the bastard Pac.
The bastard Pac. So I really like how much of a badass Pac is.
Yes. Oh my God, he was wasted so much in that other promotion.
Yeah, he really was. And he just gets to be like unbound here.
Yeah.
But I really love Adam Page. So I'm a giant Bullet Club mark in general.
Yeah.
And
was he part of the Bullet Club?
He was a part of the Bullet Club.
Okay.
Hangman Page. And also he's a Virginia boy.
He is? Way south.
Way south, yes.
And way west.
But he's a Virginia boy nonetheless.
It's still within the borders.
Still within the borders.
Still Virginia to me.
And I really think that Adam Page is the guy that AEW needs to build a company around.
Yeah.
I still feel that he should have beaten Jericho at All Out.
I was so... as not being as familiar with the Bullet Club, I was very surprised that he was the one picked to go up against Jericho for the championship.
I understand why they went with that.
Yeah.
Because if they went with Kenny, it's like, oh, they're giving their friend Kenny a shot.
Yeah, right.
If they went with Cody, it's like, oh, of course Cody's gonna get it.
That was what I loved about it. Like that to me and fans like me, a relative nobody was getting a shot against one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
I agree. And also, Cody has said that Hangman is one of the best wrestlers in the ring right now.
Yeah.
And Hangman proved it when I saw him against Jericho.
Oh, yeah. No, that match was great.
That match was amazing. And I'm a big fan of Adam. And I'm going to be cheering for him to win it. I understand Pac is a big name, and that's the people that they want. And this was a match that was going to happen at Double or Nothing. But due to reasons, Pac had to back out.
Reasons that I believe are still kind of unclear.
Yeah, I want to say it's either Pac didn't want to lose or there were visa issues.
Right.
And so I know those are the two big, like...
Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, why not both, well, honestly. But yeah, I'm going with Adam on this one.
Yeah. I am a little torn on this one because, similarly, I do enjoy a hometown boy, it's always nice to see a Virginian, in the ring. But I fucking love Pac so much. Since I'm kind of, on both ends of the fence, just to be different, I'm going to go with Pac.
All right, that works. That works.
For me, either way, I'm going to be happy with the result of this match.
Oh, it's gonna be a great match regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. So next is actually the pre-show match.
Right.
Because it says 5P. I assume that means pre-show. Bea Priestley versus...
B. Priestley.
Is that what that's pronounced?
Yeah.
Priestley? I'm not familiar with
right. She's English. They're weird.
British, yeah.
Yeah.
Versus Britt Baker.
Yeah.
The doctor. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker.
She's legit doctor.
Madam Cole.
Oh, yes. And so I'm not familiar with B, All I really know is that she and Will Ospreay are together.
Yeah. Of course you would know that.
I'm pulling that knowledge out.
She's really good. I found out about her when I started watching What Culture Wrestling.
Makes sense.
Because they're British and they have for a time they ran their own promotion.
They did.
And she was a regular on that. So she's pretty fucking badass. She's kind of in that same vein as Paige. You remember her?
Yes,
when
I do
she
remember
wrestled.
Her. I do remember Paige.
Yeah, she that kind of like
from
goth.
other than her wrestling skills.
Yeah, she was part of the. But yeah, B kind of has that same like kind of goth look to her.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, I follow her on Twitter. I just don't really watch her wrestling.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, she's good. Britt Baker. I'm still a little lukewarm on Britt Baker. She, I mean, not that I could do any better in the ring, but she still seems a little like stiff to me.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm also not that familiar with Britt Baker as much, really.
I saw her wrestle live at Dynamite, and then I caught her. I think she was at Fyter Fest.
Yeah, I saw her wrestle live at All Out. She's good. I mean, she's probably like one of the women they want to build the company around. Yeah. But I don't know, like this is a toss-up for me because I'm just not that familiar with both women.
Right.
If I were gonna pick, I'm more familiar with Britt Baker than I am with B.
Yeah. Well, you know how to pronounce her name.
Oh, that's true. I do know how to pronounce her name, and that's a good old America. So
USA.
So, out of loyalty for my country, I guess I'll just pick Britt.
Well, then that works out quite well because I was going to go with B. Priestley.
Benedict Arnold.
Yeah. Because, like I said, like Britt is a little stiff still. And I've been following B longer, and got to give it up for the goth girls.
True, I do love me the goth girls.
Yeah.
As an emo kid at heart.
as a goth kid at heart, because I'm a little bit older, and they're basically the same thing.
We just have better music.
Yeah. Well, that's a different podcast.
Welcome
to argue
back
that.
to My Chemical Romance.
Sure. Next match.
Next match is for the AEW Women's World Championship match.
Right.
And it is Riho versus Emi Sakura.
Now, I don't know anything about Emi Sakura.
Who?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to be disrespectful.
Yeah, no. Like
I just, from what I caught when I saw Dynamite this past Wednesday, Emi Sakura helped train Riho.
Yeah.
So there's that storyline going for it. What I will give AEW is that they like to focus and have a Joshi match, which for those that don't know, Joshi is Japanese women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And have to start, like, one of my favorites is, what's her name? Hakura. She faced Riho at All Out, and she was really good. I don't see Riho losing the title this early. She's only been champion for a month, especially to someone we don't know.
Right.
If this was Nyla Rose, it'd be different.
Yeah. I am still a little sour that Nyla Rose didn't win.
I am salty that Nyla didn't win.
Although I will say, as soon as they unveiled the belt, I was like, there's no fucking way Nyla Rose is winning that bracelet.
Yeah, it was
also kind of salty about how tiny the women's belt is.
It is compared to how big the men's belt is.
Even the tag belts.
I do like those tag belts. That's probably my favorite looking title in AEW right now.
They're good belts.
But yeah, it's so tiny.
Yeah. And also I find I know a lot of people, at least the internet would have me believe, think that Riho has the best entrance music in all of wrestling. I can't fucking stand it.
What is it? Is it like...
It sounds like a video game music.
I mean, Kenny has video game music.
Yeah. But yeah, it's annoying to me. I mean, Riho and Nyla Rose did an amazing job. Like that match, like I was there live, and that match started off cold as fuck. Like no one was really into it beyond just the people that were excited to see women's wrestling.
Right.
But like halfway through it, they had the entire crowd like screaming for it because it was so fucking good. Both of them
They have
great
good chemistry together.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. They're both great at telling a story in the match. But I am salty as hell that Nyla Rose didn't win.
But again, we're DC boys too.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Yeah, you gotta give it up. Gotta give it up to the hometown girl.
Exactly.
But that being said, you'd think that I would go with Sakura, but I don't know who the fuck she is, and that's my own fault for not watching Dynamite. Not seeing the build up to this match, and
I feel like
I haven't watched a lot
there
of.
might have been build up. I don't know.
Yeah.
They had a tag match this past weekend.
Yeah.
Not weekend. This past Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it was Emmy and some British girl. She had like Halloween hair, orange and black.
Yeah.
Really cute. I forgot her name. And
You sure that wasn't B?
It wasn't B. And then Rio had a Portuguese girl who wrestled out of France.
Oh.
Who was also really cute.
Jose, learning the important.
Yeah.
You don't get the title thirstiest man on Twitter for nothing.
And this is just a small taste of my thirst.
Oh yeah, yeah. Check his likes, but don't do it in public.
Or do it in public. Do whatever the fuck you want, honestly. Go on your own risk.
I mean, my analytical mind, my smart mind tells me that Riho's not going to lose the belt so soon.
Same here.
But you know, I think what? I think just because I'm so salty that Nyla Rose did not win the belt, I'm going to say Sakura. I'm gonna mark to Sakura.
I want y'all to know that when Riho retains, I am going to play her entrance theme over over on the car ride back home.
I will turn the radio off. I will not unlock the door. You will be walking home from Baltimore. Show some leg, the hitchhike home. Wear the Daisy Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes.
And shoot your shot.
Oof. Why not?
Right.
So next on
so you're
I'm Team Riho.
Yeah, I figured as much, but I like to get the official word from Mo
I
Rocca.
am Team Riho. Next, we have the triple threat for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. SoCal Uncensored, Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, and Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen. This is interesting because first time I saw Private Party was at All Out.
Yeah.
They were good. I liked them. I saw their match back on Dynamite on Wednesday. It was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Big Lucha Bros fan. I love Pentagon. I love Phoenix. They're two of the best right now. But SoCal Uncensored is probably like one of my favorite groups right now.
Yeah, no, this is three solid tag teams. I would say probably the like quote unquote weakest is Private Party.
Yeah.
But they have
But
the
I feel
crowd
like that's by
behind
name
them.
only though.
Well,
they're not.
They seem to be the least experienced, which doesn't mean they're bad.
Exactly.
But SCU and the Lucha Brothers are like pulling out moves that you're like, oh god, that would kill someone that doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
Much like Private Party, but the crowd fucking loves them.
They do. They really do.
So I could totally see them getting the quote-unquote upset victory just to please the crowd, because that seems like something that AEW would do because they, listen to the fans.
I see that, but I also don't see AEW pulling that New Japan move where someone wins a title and then loses it like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So I'm going with SoCal.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Frankie Kazarian, a big fan of Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
Big fan of Christopher Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, when I did E-setting, one of my characters is essentially based off the Fallen Angel gimmick.
Oh.
So shout out to Christopher Daniels there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Angel's Wings is one of my favorite moves.
There you go. So for my actual prediction, I do love me some SCU, but I think I'm gonna lean towards the Lucha Brothers just because they are.
A good pick, though.
Yeah, it is. Granted, again, I don't think any titles are going to be changing hands because, especially the tag titles, they've only had that for like 3 days.
Yeah, and also it's the first pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Since Dynamite's induction,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't see anybody really losing a title.
But at the same time, I think this one is probably the safest one to switch hands if they did want to change, like kind of do that, because I mean, granted, not like I listen to a lot of podcasts about wrestling, but the podcasts that I listen to and like the YouTube shows that I watch, like all of them are saying none of these titles are going to change hands. All of them. They're the first champions, and they want to have long reigns for all of them. You want to start out with a solid reign. Blah
right.
blah 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 blah. But if one were going to change hands, I could see it being this one, and therefore
I could see that. Yeah.
But
But yeah, if it would change hands, I would say it would go to Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
But I'm staying with SoCal.
I just like the Lucha Bros.
I love the Lucha Bros.
Did you watch Lucha Underground at all?
No, I didn't.
So they were both in Lucha Underground.
Right, I knew that.
And Pentagon Jr. was like a fucking beast in that.
I heard.
He was like a monster.
Well,
and it was
what was it? 2017, 2018, Pentagon Jr. went hard.
Yeah.
Like he was winning world titles everywhere he was going.
But like it was weird to see him, like, because I hadn't seen him since I was watching Lucha Underground, which I don't have El Rey, so I would watch it like when it would come out on Netflix or whatever.
Right, I saw a couple episodes on Netflix.
Like to see him now, like he's still like kind of like a mean wrestler per se, but he's not like evil. He's not like intentionally breaking everyone's arms.
Yeah, and also I love the Cero Miedo thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's great.
I mark for it every time.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times he does it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I learned a little bit of Spanish when he started doing that. I was like, I now know how to say fear.
And zero.
Well, I knew how to say zero.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch Zero in Conducta on Telemundo.
Ooh, you watch more Telemundo than I ever did.
Well, it was girls in school uniforms.
Fair enough. Did you ever watch The Rebelde then?
The what?
Rebelde?
No.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that later then.
Okay.
So you're going with Lucha Bros?
Yes.
All right. And last on my card is Joey Janela versus not Mr. 10.
Oh yeah, Sean Spears.
Yeah, Sean Spears.
Perfection.
Perfection.
With a 1 and 0 for the I and O.
Yeah. Mr. Royce.
Mr. Peyton Royce. Yeah.
Mr. Peyton Royce. With Tully Blanchard.
Did you like WWE wish them a happy marriage, but they said Peyton Royce and Ty Dillinger, even though he hasn't been in the company for.
I missed that.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one because ever since Spears like brutally hit Cody with the chair, he's been like I wouldn't say the perfect heel, but like he's been on a good heel run.
Clearly he has been the perfect heel.
Right, he's a perfect heel.
Yeah. But no, I agree. That came out of nowhere, and like a legit came out of nowhere, not like a Randy Orton bullshit came out of nowhere.
Right, yeah, because Ty Dillinger didn't do it for me back in WWE.
Yeah. But
Sean Spears looks like a credible threat now.
Yeah. And I love his new mohawk.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's going up against the bad boy, Joey Janela.
Yeah. Who is always good.
Yeah, he's always great. The former Mr. Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
This is a tough one because I like both guys.
Right.
I'm going to go with Sean Spears, though, because he hasn't gotten a win.
Mm-hmm.
He's mainly lost.
Yeah.
But, like, he's still been put over with those losses.
Yeah.
And I really see Sean winning over Joey.
Right. For me, I have more history with Sean Spears. And
do you?
Well, in that I watched him on the WWE.
I forgot that existed.
Yeah, right. And Joey Janela, I only know him via AEW. So, like, I am more behind Sean Spears. So therefore, like, gonna lean towards him, for my prediction.
Yeah.
But like, again, it's gonna be a good match either way. I'm gonna be happy either way because it's just gonna be a fucking good match.
It's gonna be so good. I'm sure it's gonna like have a lot of hardcore shit going on.
Yeah.
Because it's Joey Janela and Sean Spears.
Right. They're gonna bust out some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm excited for that. And, you know, Tully Blanchard's going to get involved somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, it was funny when I was at All Out. Tully Blanchard was getting involved in the match with Cody. Freaking Arn Anderson comes out, does a spine buster, walks out, and I'm like, fuck, this is all I ever wanted. It was the year of our Lord 2019, and I saw Arn Anderson pull out a spine buster.
Right? That was so good. When I saw that on the recording, loved it.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah. Well, it was a recording of the pay-per-view, so.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So that's our card.
Yeah, that is our card so far.
Yeah. Well, what do you think you're looking forward to most? It is still recording, right? Good.
Oh,
I haven't checked the recorder in like half an hour.
That would have been fun.
Right? That's happened before.
I'm sure it has. Honestly, I'm gonna go with Hangman versus Pac.
Yeah.
That one's probably gonna be match of the night.
Yeah.
I know everyone's excited for Mox and Omega. But I'm gonna hang it to Hangman and Pac.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna blow the roof off.
Fair. What match am I most looking forward to? You know, I think the one that has the most stakes, Cody and Jericho.
Yeah.
Is probably going to be the most interesting one to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. But that Janela and Spears one, like you said, there's going to be some hardcore shit.
Yeah, that's not one to sleep on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. All bangers, though, from as far as I can tell. I think maybe the weakest one is going to be B and Britt Baker, which it's on the pre-show, so, you know.
Yeah, it's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
But also, like, again, with having no expectations on it,
yeah, that's
it's probably going to be really good.
That's the best way to go in, to, like, have no expectations and be surprised.
That is my philosophy on life.
Yeah.
Set the bar low, you can only go up from there.
There you go. That's how I am with movies, and I like a lot of movies that people hate.
That's how I am with my women.
There you go. That's how I am with myself, and that's why I'm single.
Same though, same.
All right, well, Jose, thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure we'll kick the recorder back on the way home. I'm not sure if I'll make this a double episode or split it into 2 parts, but I mean, you'll know when you're listening to this what I've done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, thank you for listening to the pre-show.
Let me know if you want me back for more.
Yeah. Jose is welcome to come back if you guys like him.
Yeah, if you guys like me, I'll be back. We
Yeah.
can talk some more indie wrestling.
Yes, thank you. Otherwise, thank you for listening. We'll catch you on the recap.
Yep. See you later. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Yeah. Where's the stop button? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling. You might have just heard us. It is me, your host with the most, Chris Nolan, and my tag team partner, the thirstiest man on Twitter, Jose Morales. We just got out of AEW's Full Gear. Jose, how you feeling?
I'm a little exhausted, both physically and emotionally.
Right?
But it was one of the best shows I've ever been to.
Right? It was a damn good show.
It was, I know I use the word a lot, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah, you used it a lot coming up here.
I just noticed that and remembered that I use it a lot. But you know what? That's my choice of word to use.
There you go. It's on brand.
It's now on brand for me.
So we are just now leaving Baltimore. That's right. Still being the utmost top-notch agents of safety. Tim Dunst would be proud.
R.I.P. Tim.
Driving and
recording a podcast.
Yeah. So, yeah, we watched AEW pay-per-view. You wanna run through the card, see how our predictions stacked up?
Yeah, we can run through the card and see how our predictions stacked up.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here.
Yeah.
See if Wikipedia has it updated.
Yeah, with the winners and losers.
Yeah. But I can tell you it was action packed and straight to the point from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have been happier.
Yes. No, the save for some unsavory people in our section, it was.
Oh, can I talk about that for a minute?
Go for it.
All right. So there was these people that during the middle of a match would stand up.
Yeah.
To try and get a shot. Okay, cool. Stand up for a little bit and sit back down. this dude would not sit back down. And I would yell at him to sit down. And I knew he was purposely ignoring me.
Yeah.
That at the end of the night, the dude made a right instead of turning left to make eye contact with me. Because he knew he was going to get an earful.
Yeah. And possibly a face full of your knuckles.
Yeah. I was ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll fight anyone, but I was definitely ready to fight this dude. Like, we were even throwing popcorn at him, and he wasn't budging.
Yeah. And then there was a kid sitting next to you. You didn't mind him too much.
I didn't. He was a 16-year-old kid enjoying wrestling. Like, I'm not going to, like, destroy his hopes and dreams.
Yeah, except for his comment about the women's match.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
And the dude's behind us.
Look, AEW, as much as I love it, it is definitely geared towards the markiest of marks.
Yeah.
And those are the people that I really hate in wrestling.
Right. The people that kind of make you ashamed to be a wrestling fan.
Exactly.
You're just trying to watch something that you enjoy watching, and these guys gotta like fucking pick it apart or just be dicks about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So starting off, so instead of, I guess, with pay-per-views, what AEW does, instead of calling it a dark a pre-show or whatnot, it's called the buy-in.
Yeah.
And so for the buy-in, we had Dr. Britt Baker versus B. Priestley. I learned her name, by the way.
Yeah.
B. Priestley. What are your thoughts on the match?
It was quite a bit better than I was expecting. Because on our buy-in show, I was a little critical of Britt Baker's style. Saying that she's a little stiff, she's still green, and I think that's still true. But like watching her, perform live, like I was definitely better than I was expecting. She was a lot smoother. And she and B have pretty good chemistry. Hold on, this guy behind me has his fucking high beams on. Okay, there we go. I don't know if it's just because I have a fucking much shorter car now, but I am constantly getting lights in my eyes.
Yeah, fuck the lights.
Yeah, but yeah, no, she brought it. B did a great job. I enjoyed it. What did you think?
I enjoyed the match. I think because I set the bar pretty low.
That too. It helped.
Yeah, it helped set the bar low. Not because the ladies aren't untalented. The ladies are very talented. It's just that there are definitely points of the match where it looked awkward.
Yeah. And
they're still fresh and learning.
Yeah.
But overall, it was really good. Dr. Britt Baker was out for blood.
I like that you keep calling her Dr. Britt Baker. Which,
look,
it's good. It's a form of respect. It's good. I completely forget every time I say her name that she's also a doctor.
I understand that going through medical school is long and arduous. You earned that title.
Yeah.
So I will call you by your preferred, not even preferred, your earned.
Yeah, your earned. Yeah.
Your earned prefix.
Yeah.
That goes for pronouns too.
Yeah.
So and it was good. And so in the end, it ended exactly like I thought it would. Britt Baker ended up submitting B.
Yeah.
Putting me 1 for 1 or 1 for 0. And yeah, it was overall solid match.
Yeah.
Good way to start off the night.
Yeah. Oh, good. High Beams is starting to grind on my ass.
Of course he is.
Yeah, right? What a dick. He can't turn his high beams off, also can't take his foot off the accelerator. I'm going over the speed limit because that's my style.
We're breaking a lot of laws right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, we have a lawyer.
But yeah, this guy just needs to. He's more important than me. That's all I gotta say.
In his little Toyota or Honda, whatever the fuck he's driving.
Yeah, looks like it's been through hell.
Yes.
Next match.
Next match was, so LAX is now going by Proud and Powerful.
Yeah.
So it's an okay name. Versus the Young Bucks.
It's hard to chant.
It's really hard to chant. So can we talk about the way Ortiz sells?
Yes.
Because
oh my God.
Holy shit. The man is just an entertainer when he's selling.
Real quick, what a fucking way to start the pay-per-view proper. What a way to set the bar.
Yeah, they set the bar high for the rest of the night.
If I might.
The bar. It was set high because
Yeah.
it was just from the get-go, nonstop.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I couldn't catch my breath.
Yeah.
I think there was a point in the match where either Nick or Matt seriously injured themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I would not be surprised.
When they came out later, one of them was still limping.
I mean, that could also just be them being a smart seller.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
I mean,
and
if that's the case,
keeping it up.
If that's the case,
Either way, respect.
Respect, yeah.
You know, either respect working through an injury or respect remembering to sell even though you're not wrestling.
Yeah. I think, and we'll go through with the other tag matches. AEW's tag team division is the most solid division they have right now.
Yeah.
They just have amazing talent and they just know how to go.
Yeah.
Should we just announce who won that?
Yeah. Sure.
Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah.
Beat the Young Bucks.
Yeah. God. I might have cut you off a little too early. Ortiz, fucking kills it selling.
He does.
What was the
It was a super kick, I think.
It was a super kick where he just stood there and was like,
he just yeah. He did the whole like his body was convulsing thing and then face planted.
Yeah. Also, this whole pay-per-view, lots of face plants.
Lots of face plants.
Like unprotected, quote unquote, face plants.
Oh my god, yeah, we'll get to probably one of the worst face plants later on.
Oh my god.
Whew.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I know. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, Santana and Ortiz ended up picking up the win. Again, just another solid match.
Yeah.
That just started off the pay-per-view with on such a high note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we have after that one?
After that, we had Adam Page versus the Bastard Pac.
Yeah.
Again, I called it saying that it was going to be one of the best matches of the night.
It definitely was.
And it lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
Adam Page and Pac were just so good together.
Yes.
I like I said before, Adam Page is the guy AEW should be building the company around, and I fully expect him to have the AEW World Title at some point next year.
Oh, there's an ambulance
coming.
Ambulance.
Wee
Fuck out of his way.
Wee
I don't know what he's waiting for.
Yeah.
I guess he needs people to like stop. I don't know. He to clue in the audience, because I am a man of the people. There's an ambulance that was driving on the opposite lanes of traffic, and then went to do a U-turn through the authorized vehicles only
median.
Through the median, and we were like, oh no, and I got out of I moved as far over to the right. Oh yep, here's an accident right here.
Oh
damn.
Oh, good lord.
Jesus, that looks like that car flipped over.
Oh, fuck.
Well, good thing there's an ambulance on its way.
Yeah, I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yes. Hangman Page.
Versus Pac.
Yeah.
Again, it was so good.
Yeah.
Pac did Pac things.
Yeah.
And Adam Page did cowboy shit.
Yeah, Pac did the attempted the red arrow 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times, and each time was a no-go.
Yep.
And again, face
plant.
The man took the face plant unprotected.
He did a red arrow to a face plant, just black.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, I feel like every match had a face plant.
It might have.
Yeah, but Adam Page pulled out the win over Pac, which was a little surprising to me. But I think it goes to show about whatever issues Pac had before were resolved.
Yeah.
And it definitely keeps the story going forward.
Yeah. And I think just in general, like that was going to be his like introduction to AEW. The last time they fought, they were supposed to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got to do a little bit in AEW and then did that match.
Yeah.
He was a lot more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because I am sure he was not like, I'm not entering this company to lose.
I doubt that was the case.
Yeah.
I really doubt that's the case. But yeah, again, I said it was going to be one of the matches of the night, and it definitely was.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a shame that he didn't come out on his horse.
It was a shame. If you guys watched, what was it, All Out?
Yeah.
He came out on his horse, which was cool as shit.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, it was, again, really good match.
Yeah.
Next, another one of the matches that I thought was going to be one of the matches of the night, and again, turned out to be one of the matches of the night, was Mr. Peyton Royce, Sean Spears, versus Joey Janela.
Yeah.
The bad boy.
Oh, that was such a good match.
It was such a good match. And I'm realizing it's probably the shortest match on the card. Yeah. But it felt good, and it didn't... It
didn't feel rushed.
It didn't feel rushed at all.
Yeah.
There were times where, like, I mean, they just went at it.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is probably the best heel in AEW right now. Fuck you, MJF.
Yeah. I believe it. Yeah.
Sean Spears just knows how to work it, and with Tully Blanchard by him, he's just really embracing that heel chairman look.
Oh my God, it's great.
And yeah, it was a good match. Sean ended up defeating Joey, which was, and I don't know if Joey was selling at the end, but like they had to get medical out.
Yeah. Oh man, that was terrifying.
It was terrifying. It was so terrifying.
Because they had all the refs. They had like 3 medical, peoples, and they took a good chunk of time to get him out of there.
Oh, can we talk about the part of the match where Sean tied Joey Janela's hair to the ring post?
Please do.
And then Joey Janela, instead of like trying to, untie it, the man just pulls his hair out, leaving strands of his hair in the rope.
Oh my God. So Sean got him in the corner and just grabbed the tag rope, the little shoelace string that's at every turnbuckle, and just ties a knot around. Gave him a little ponytail, and he just tries to like yank it off to get out of the way of like a corner, some sort of corner bump, until fucking he just.
Yeah. And like there was at one point it looked like he was gonna hang himself.
Yeah, because he flipped over the rope to get to the apron, and we were all just like, no.
Well, we'll talk about hanging later, by the way.
Yeah. Another person with fucking hot bright ass lights.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sean Spears defeated Joey Janela. Next match was for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. SoCal Uncensored, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Versus the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Or Mark Quinn, however that's pronounced. Again, another great match. The tag team division is just so good.
Yeah.
There are some really good spots where the Lucha Bros were like, they're embracing that heel shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And Private Party is just so over.
They really are.
Like, so over.
I gotta say, but much like Britt Baker, they kind of proved me wrong, with commenting on like their skill level.
I agree.
They performed very well.
They did. They were really good. And again, like Kazarian and Scorpio. I mean, Kazarian's a legend in the business.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with Scorpio Sky outside of AEW, but the man's really good.
Yeah.
So it was a great match, and SoCal Uncensored ended up getting the win.
Retaining, right?
Retaining. Yeah, they retained. And then the Lucha Bros after the match decided to be like, fuck this shit, and started attacking SoCal, and the lights went out. After that,
Kane.
No, it was someone dressed as Pentagon Jr. And afterwards, he did this thing there, and it turned out being the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, back as the Fallen Angel gimmick.
Yeah,
which was cool. That was phenomenal.
And like I like how he did the what was the move, the
Angel's Wing.
yeah, he did the Angel's Wing, and like still dressed as Pentagon Jr. And like I had made a joke. I was like, "Oh, it's Jericho," referencing the time
Jericho dressed up as Pentagon.
Yeah, but you were like, "No, that was the Angel. That's oh my God!"
Yeah, I was being a little mark at that.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, Christopher Daniels has been one of my favorites since I was a kid.
Well, yeah, and yeah, you even mentioned that on the pre-show.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. So I was really glad to see Christopher Daniels.
You basically planted that seed. And
I did.
That's good storytelling right there.
Yeah, what's that term called?
Foreshadow?
Foreshadow, or like positive vibes or whatever that shit is. you I'm not about that hippie shit up, apparently.
You projected it?
I projected it, yes. After that, and this is probably the most polarizing match on the card, was for the AEW Women's World Championship, Riho versus Emi Sakura. I hate marks. This is the reason why I hate fucking marks.
Yeah.
And that's because everybody was complaining, saying this is the worst match on the card, that they don't know who they are. It was time for a piss break.
Yeah.
And it was a good match.
It was a fucking good match.
It was a really good match.
I mean, much like I said with the Nyla Rose Riho match, it was a slow start, but that does not mean it's a bad match.
No, it was really good.
It slowly pulled you in.
It did. But no, everybody was just upset about it because no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
So instead of sitting down and watching the match, they're like, fuck it, we're just going to complain.
Yeah.
And that really bothered me.
Yeah, me too.
Because the women, it felt like they were comparing it to the Divas division from like 2010 WWE.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, it's 2 minutes, time for a piss break. No, these are really good women that can go.
Yeah.
And they didn't deserve that.
No, and they pulled out some really fucking good moves.
They did. Riho's little hula hoop thing.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Yeah, no, and her combo moves where she just strings together like a whole bunch of shit.
Look, she comes out to video game music. She's a legitimate Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
And Emi Sakura is really good too.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of her Freddie Mercury gimmick, but I just feel like that's pandering, but that's just me.
Maybe she just really likes Queen.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little overrated, but okay. I said what I said.
Sorry that they're not My Chemical Romance.
Hey. They're my idols. But yes, Riho retained.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't expect them to put the title on Emi Sakura.
No.
But yeah, it was just really polarizing, and it was really upsetting to hear all these assholes complain about it.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. They're the reason why we don't get any new shit in wrestling.
They really are. Because they're the ones that complain about the old shit and only want the old shit and ride off nostalgia.
Yeah.
But anyways, and lastly, it was the final match of the sanctioned matches for the AEW World title.
Yep.
Chris Jericho versus Cody. Cody, with the stipulation that Cody can never get a title shot again if he loses.
Yep.
Where do we begin with this match?
Let's say this is the one that had the face plant heard around the world.
Yes.
At some point, I think probably not even halfway through the match.
No, it was literally in the beginning of the match.
Yeah. Jericho gets out on the apron on the side where the
entrance ramp was.
The entrance ramp came all the way up against the ring, and Cody goes to do a suicide dive, and Jericho ducks underneath it. So fucking Cody just keeps going, slams his face right into the entrance ramp.
And instant blood.
Yeah.
It really felt like when you play the WWE video games for the first blood matches.
Yeah.
And the blood just comes out gushing.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. And I was legitimately worried. I didn't know if Cody bladed or not.
Yeah.
I think he ended up blading.
Probably did.
But at what point, we don't know.
Yeah. You know what it probably was? He probably bladed before the match and then put a little bit of spirit gum over it to keep it sealed until he made contact with it,
and it came off. That would make sense.
It's a little theater for you.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was just Jericho for being 49. Happy birthday, Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
happy
birthday.
Fuck your birthday.
Oh, that's a good thing to say. Like before the match started, we started chanting happy birthday, and a good chunk of the crowd was chanting happy birthday, and then he's like, oh yeah, and then just flips us all off. So then our section
turn on him.
Yeah, our section immediately started chanting fuck your birthday, and it was wonderful. And then
at one point Jericho pointed at me directly.
Yeah.
It looked like he wanted to fight.
And told Jake Hager to come get you.
Yeah, no, hey, Jake Hager, when you listen to this, because I know you'll be listening.
Of course.
Stop fighting scrubs, get Scott on the phone,
yeah,
and let's sign a fight.
Hey, drop the 0 and get with the hero.
Exactly.
Now, see, this one makes sense, because that's a fucking, 18-wheeler. Like, their lights are the same, the same angle as my rear window.
That's fine, yeah.
But Jesus.
Swagger, when you're ready to fight a real fighter, let me fucking know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jose the People.
Hager ended up getting discharged. Kicked out for the match because he slapped Cody in the face, and the wonderful referee, Miss Audrey Edwards.
The best ref they have.
Yeah, hands down. Saw it.
She doesn't take shit.
She takes zero shit.
Yeah,
she don't care who you are. Or where you're from or what you did.
And she can keep those gloves on.
She can keep the gloves on, yes. Yeah. But yeah, and so the match went on.
Yep.
And Jericho hit, all his finishers, basically, and Cody got out of them all. It wasn't until Jericho put on the Lion Tamer that, right in the middle of the ring, that Cody refused to tap, and here comes MJF, throws in the towel for Cody.
Yeah.
Giving Jericho the win. And they go to celebrate at the top of the entrance ramp.
Bubbly going everywhere.
Yeah. They put Jericho on, who was it, Santana's shoulders? Or Swagger's shoulders? I don't care. One of them.
One of them.
And he pops the bubbly, and they celebrate. And then MJF and Cody have their thing in the ring. Cody was going to forgive MJF.
MJF is on his knees. He's like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, all
and
that.
The heel turn heard around the world. Wait, no. We all expected this to happen. MJF kicks Cody in the dick.
Yep.
It's safe to say we all knew that was happening at some point.
Yeah.
So, MJF's a little bitch. But again, really good match. Cody has been putting on some of the best matches of his career.
Yeah. And then can we talk about what happened as MJF was leaving?
Oh, yeah.
He walks up the ramp, and just about when he gets to the 3/4 section, he stops and he's kind of like, aha, I'm smug, blah blah blah, and some fan just throws water on him. At first we all thought it was a plant, but then security comes and pulls the kid out, and we were all just like, that was so good.
Yeah, that was great. I thought it was a plant too, but then legit security came and took him out.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So that brings us to the end of the actual card.
Yeah.
I'm air quoting right now.
Yeah.
That puts me at what, 6-0? I predicted every match correctly.
Yeah, and I lost count of how many I got right because it wasn't that many.
Yeah. Again, thinking logically here helps. Because I've never had that good of a record.
Sorry that I think with my heart.
That's what you get for thinking with your heart.
That's what I get when I let my heart win.
I love Paramore.
Whoa!
That's what you get when you let your heart win. Anyways.
So then we had an unsanctioned match.
Yes.
The lights went out, although I don't recall them actually going out.
Yeah, the lights didn't go out. They just went dim for a hot second.
Yeah.
And we got Kenny Omega.
Yep.
Versus Jon Moxley.
Yep. A beautiful house of pain.
So I am not a fan of hardcore matches or death matches.
I'm not so much either. Although, for me, it's more so I'm not a fan of a whole lot of blood.
Same. And luckily there wasn't a lot of blood here.
Yeah.
But this match was just pure carnage.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah.
It was just chaos.
Yeah.
There big spots that happened were
Mouse traps.
The mouse traps, which I missed.
Barbed wire bat and broom.
Barbed wire bat and broom.
The gold chain.
The gold chain. Kenny wrapped the gold chain around around Moxley.
Yeah.
Threw Moxley over the ropes and
tried to
hung
hang
him.
We
witnessed an attempted murder.
Yep. There was one of the mildest things was a suicide dive through a table.
Yeah, that literally was the mildest thing. They did a dive onto a fucking trampoline of barbed wire.
Yep. It was broken glass.
Oh, broken glass. Kenny stepped on it and like scattered around the ring.
It was a bag of glass shards that Kenny broke up into fine powder, and then just they both kept body slamming each other onto the mound of glass powder.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Do you want me to ruin another theater thing for you?
Go for it.
That wasn't actual glass.
I assumed as much.
If that had been actual glass, there would have been blood everywhere.
I assumed so.
Yeah.
I assumed it was like a breakaway glass that they use in the movies and TV shows.
Yeah. It was, I fairly quickly caught on to that because I was like, "There's no fun. They would be dead."
Yeah, exactly. And then there was that V trigger into the stage that broke through it.
Oh yeah, the little full gear sign.
Yeah, the full gear sign.
Yeah, that like as soon as we sat down relatively close to that thing. As soon as we sat down, I looked at it. I was like, that seems like a cheap piece of shit.
Yeah.
I bet someone's going through that at some point.
And he was right.
But I didn't say shit because I like to have stories unfold in front of me. Unlike all the guys near us that looked at the barbed wire trampoline and they were like, "Oh, that's gonna be the end. That's gonna be the finish."
Which it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't, motherfuckers. Let's get to the finish.
Just let stories happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at one point, Moxley just says, "I'm done with this shit," and starts taking the ring apart.
Yeah.
And
like a good brother.
Like a good brother. He helped take apart the ring.
Yeah.
Exposing the wood.
Yeah.
Then, oh my God, probably the worst part. Another face plant.
Yeah, onto the wood.
Onto the wood by Kenny Omega. He did what, the Phoenix Driver, whatever it's called.
Sure, I don't know the name of it, but
I don't know.
That sounds right.
It's Seth Rollins, fucking flippy shit.
Yeah.
That Mox instantly got out of the way of.
Yeah.
Tried to pin him, didn't work, and then did a what's called the paradigm shift.
Yes.
Right onto the exposed wood and pinning Kenny. Kenny was still laying on the floor when we left.
Yeah, and we stayed a good 5 minutes after the end of the match because we waited. Even Mox took his sweet ass time exiting.
He did.
And as soon as he exited, I was like, okay, we've waited long enough.
Yeah.
Kenny's selling like a champ.
Yeah,
let's just get the fuck out of here.
It was pure carnage.
Yeah.
That's why I'm emotionally exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
That match was just. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly.
Yeah. And might I add, you got that one wrong.
I did get that one wrong.
Yep.
I went 6-1 tonight.
Yeah.
Which was kind of great.
Yeah.
Because I've never been that good at predictions.
No.
And you know why? Because I went with my heart.
No, you didn't.
No, Kenny Omega. I chose Kenny because I love Kenny.
I thought you were talking about overall.
No, I went with my heart on that one match.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
Yeah, that's what you get when you let your heart win.
This
You lose.
This is why I always think analytically.
Yeah. This is why I'm hot.
Yeah.
This is what Tim has to put up with all the time. Just me.
Yeah, but Tim doesn't go off on it go off all with it I do.
No, he is not good at yes anding. But yeah, so normally you being the one that predicted the most correct matches, normally that would mean that you are entitled to the championship belt, which is currently being held by Mr. Timmy C.
Timmy, I'm coming for that belt.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't go over all the rules of this, but in the instance of a non-sanctioned match, that is a end-all be-all, take it or leave it, winner takes all kind of thing. So it doesn't matter that you got all 6 of the other matches right. Because you didn't get that one right, Tim gets to keep it.
Hey, Timmy, you better watch your back, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Tim's the one that came up with these rules.
Yeah, Tim, those rules ain't gonna fly with me.
Yeah.
whenever you get back from playing a gig or whatever, meet me outside.
Oh.
And we'll have some words.
Yeah. Watch out, Tim. He's the thirstiest man on Twitter. That's both for the ladies and for blood.
Yeah, it's true. So.
But yeah. So, any closing remarks you want to make about the pay-per-view?
So, this has been my second live AEW pay-per-view, and overall, I've seen every single pay-per-view. I've never been let down.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Yeah.
And I've had a really good time watching AEW. It just feels like a different product.
Yeah.
It feels fresh and new, and that's great. But I'm looking forward to seeing when they're well established, and how they can continue carrying that momentum.
Right? Because you gotta wonder how much longer they can keep this up.
Exactly.
Eventually, they're going to peter off. I mean, one of the smartest things they did was they're not doing a pay-per-view every single month.
Right.
And they're not doing house shows.
Yes.
Like every other day.
They aren't. And so I think that's great for the talent.
Yeah, the talent's not going to get burnt out. They're going to have a lot more just random combinations of wrestlers that they can come up with.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where they go.
Yeah.
But right now it's up for them, and they have something golden.
Yeah.
They have something fans want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, a lot of the fans are assholes.
Yeah.
But what fandom doesn't have those assholes?
Right. Eventually, they'll peter off. They'll even out. I mean, the problem is that a lot of the fan base, or at least a lot of the initial fan base, is all
anti-WWE guys.
Yeah. People that are just there to be pissed off. You know, to stick it to Vince.
Yeah. There was some dude that had a Vince's lame sign.
Yeah.
Which is like, what's the point, dude?
Right. Anyway, so I agree. This was a lot of fun. I was very happy that I could hang out with you.
I was very happy to hang out with you. It's been a while.
Yeah. And next pay-per-view that's on the docket is Survivor Series. I have no idea when that is, but it's coming up soon.
Sometime in November.
Timmy and I will probably be back together to talk about that one when it happens. I literally don't know anything about it because I haven't been watching the weekly product. I do know that there's a triple threat Survivor Series match
they're
between
adding NXT to it.
Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. That sounds like it could be exciting.
Yeah, it could be very exciting. Like I said, Tim, watch your back.
Yeah. Are we going to have a AEW invasion?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so thank you for listening. SJY 3000. Timmy's not here to shout you out, but I'm going to do it because I finally got to meet you in person like a month ago, and you were pretty cool. And drinks on you, Malt. Toodles.
Bye.
Oh God! I chose the wrong time to stop the thing. We're in a turn. I can't find the stop button. The